My dream in life is either to be a Major League Baseball player or a veterinarian. I'm really looking at being a lawyer.
I'd like to be a teacher.
My favorite topic, I'll have to say, is economics.
My favorite class is probably geometry right now.
I want to be a sports attorney.
Be an astronaut.
Biomedical engineering.
All children have dreams, and it's teachers who ensure that they reach them. But the challenges teachers face today are far different from those of a few years ago. Students now come from an unprecedented number of different social, linguistic, and economic backgrounds. They need an ever higher level of education to compete in the modern marketplace. By reaching out into the local community, the Stanford University School of Education is helping teachers respond to changes in the classroom today while developing practices that will improve education tomorrow.
The mission of education has changed in this country in the last 10 years. Only 10% of the economy is low-skilled or unskilled labor.
We need to be able to respond to the global challenges. And the future means that we have to be smarter than ever, more prepared than ever, more versatile than ever.
We need to develop generations of kids who have their education, or we're just really not going to get anywhere.
And we've got to do it in a society that is ever more diverse. It's not enough now to just cover the curriculum and get through the book. We've got to have teachers and leaders who are prepared to enable every single student to learn to high levels.
If the society wants to continue as a democratic society, we need to make some serious improvements for all kids, but also especially for kids who are not getting even a chance at a productive and effective education now.
We're in a crisis, and if we really don't fix it, America's not going to be such a beautiful place anymore.
The School of Education is meeting these challenges with a multidimensional strategy. In schools around the Bay Area, its researchers are in the field, providing teachers in the most vulnerable areas with up-to-date information on the most effective practices. In turn, the teachers inform the researchers about the real-world problems they face in the classroom today. That knowledge returns to Susie, where it helps train the educational leaders of the future through the teacher education program known as STEP.
The single most important determinant of what students learn is what their teachers know and can do.
Teachers, like doctors, need to keep learning as technology moves forward, as our understanding of good learning environments moves forward.
We need to go out there and spend time in communities with students, with teachers, with parents, with families, and find out what the real challenges are and come up with some innovative ideas and approaches to working and solving these problems.
The students that we serve were not being served in that way, and so we wanted to make sure that they had a chance to have that educational opportunity at a public high school. That's very important too, that what we're doing supports the democracy of the United States, that anybody can come in and get a stellar education. You don't need to be a certain class to come in and get a great education.
More and more students are getting the opportunities because of the programs and the forums and the professional development that Stanford School of Ed has been able to provide.
In the end, it's teachers who are the key to educating our children. Thanks to their commitment and dedication, many children who were once given up on as lost are now growing into leaders of their communities.
We've been able to create a culture on campus where students and teachers want to be part of the environment, want to work together. And I think so much of that goes back to the fact of who we've been bringing onto the campus. We've brought teachers from the STEP program who are not only so capable of teaching our students, but who are so committed to working with our students at the school.
The teachers are just really supportive. They sort of provide a roadmap for the students to follow, but there's still enough freedom for you to do what you want to do.
And if they do need to, then they'll spend that one-on-one time with you. They'll spend that time after school with you. Even though we do have a longer day than most schools, they'll still choose to stay at the school if it's necessary, if they need to.
I remember on a number of occasions when she would stay after school until 10:30, 11, even midnight, working closely with us on whatever projects or homework assignments that we had. So basically, it was, if you put forth the effort, they would definitely match you.
It seems like they really care about you. They want to make sure that you learn, you get what you need to go to college.
I think the future of this country depends on an effective public education.
You either invest in education or you have to pay the price socially for adults who are disempowered.
All of our students are first-generation college-bound, so they're the first members of their family to go off to college. And we're strong believers that for each student who becomes the first member of their family to go off to college, it really has an exponential impact on themselves, their family, and the community.
If we're able to have students connect to their future while they're in high school, this is going to be a much stronger community in 20, 40, 60 years.
By investing in education, by providing our kids with the kind of effective education that we know how to provide, we are not only contributing to the society, but we're also contributing to their individual lives.
If it's not me, then who? And if it's not now, then when?
Schools in low-income areas are too often places with little hope or promise. Working side by side with teachers, Stanford is helping make a difference in the lives of our children. Programs such as those in place at Stanford University School of Education deliver on the promise of hope and ensure that one day every child who has a dream also has the chance to achieve it.
I'm willing to put time into my school because I know that education is the key to success, and without an education, you can get nowhere in life.
Everything that we do on a day-to-day basis, from the structures, the schedule, the curriculum, is all aimed at supporting students' efforts to achieve their goal of going off to college.
My favorite thing about school is the fact that there is no student that does not feel like they can't go to college when they're in our program.
It definitely challenged me and pushed me to set even higher goals for myself.
Stanford was one of the schools on my list, and I just found out that I was invited to join the class of 2008, so I'm very excited about that.
I've done other things in my life. I've worked in different settings, corporate, labor. I think teaching is the greatest joy because it's the place of hope and the place of promise.